All right, we're here with Lincoln women's basketball coach Katie Vaughn. Coach, uh, on Wednesday you'll be playing Washburn and you'll officially reach the halfway point of your MIAA season. You started the year with a lot of new players. Do you think you have a better grasp on your team and how good your team can be, and do you think the players have a grasp of their roles yet?
Obviously we've seen some good things, we've seen some bad things in the last few games, and we've won some, we lost some. So I think we're getting a better grasp of it. We definitely aren't where we need to be yet. I think some of the girls are still trying to learn their roles and what we're wanting them to do when they're out there. And those change game to game, depending defensively on who we're playing, things like that. And they're starting to double, triple team Vivian inside, and other girls are going to have to step up. So that's changing their role from the first few games, where it was more of a one-on-one with Viv inside. So, I think throughout the year, roles do change, and the girls have to be better at adapting to that, not only throughout the game to game, but during games. And that's something we're struggling with right now.
Well, what are your goals for the rest of the season?
One of our goals was to win our home games, and we've obviously stubbed our foot at home quite a few times now. We've got to find a way to win at home, in front of our crowd, where we have some energy, some momentum, coming into the game. And so we're gonna reevaluate after tomorrow night's game and talk about this stuff as a team and look at our goals that we set for the season at the beginning of the year, and like I said, reevaluate and set some new goals for the second part of this semester, and be more realistic about them. I think now that the girls have gone through one round of the MIAA, I think they have a better grasp of what kind of competition they're going up against every night. They can't look at stats and records and then come into the game thinking they're just gonna win a game. They've got to bring it every night. So hopefully, they've gotten some things out of the losses we've had and the wins, and we can just mature from it and get better from it and come out competing a little bit harder this second round.
Have you started evaluating where you want to be come MIAA tournament time, or is it still far too early to think about that?
We, as coaching staff, we just talk, we want to stay in the top 8. That's our goal right now, is to just stay in that top 8, don't fall below that where you're fighting from behind. But, we've got to beat the teams that are below the top 8 right now, and right there tied with us, Central Missouri, Truman, they're right there with us. Those are teams we have to beat if we want to stay in that top 8. So, we just had Truman and we had them at home. That's a game we needed to get, and Truman knows that too. They knew that they needed to get that game, and I felt like they came out and played harder. They made the effort plays where we did not. So they definitely had a better grasp on the concept of needing to win, not just coming out and playing just to play. So, like I said, our girls are all new to the MIAA besides the 3 returners, and they're trying to figure that out, and hopefully we can try and help them from a coaching standpoint, understand it better as to how important each game is, especially here going down through the second round, getting down to the end. We can't leave it up to everybody else, who wins, who loses, and things like that. We've got to take care of business. But winning at home has got to be a key priority for us this second part of the MIAA.
Well, you have a home game on Wednesday against Washburn, and like you said, you're coming off a couple losses. How do you try and keep the team positive and focused and enable them to kind of snap a losing streak like that?
It's going to be a tough game. Obviously, Washburn's up at the top of the league. They beat Emporia last week, who we just saw. So, I feel like we do get more prepared for teams that are at the top. Whether it's a subconscious, it's a mental, it's whatever it is with the girls. So hopefully, we'll prepare them like we've prepared them for every game. We've scouted Washburn. We know what we need to do. We just need to execute. We just need to run the game plan the way we want to run it. And that's what we faulted big time against Truman on that. We had a game plan and we didn't run our game plan the way we wanted to. And obviously that showed. We lost by 22 points. So we've got to just go out there and understand what Washburn wants to do to us and try to take that away, and then do what we do best. We get it inside. Viv's got to go to work. She kicks it out. Our guards have got to step up and make some big shots and make some big plays on the perimeter. So, we're at that time of year where gamers are going to play games, and kids that just want to do that are going to falter. They've got to come to work and practice hard. and not just think they can turn it on when it comes game time. And I think we have some players that they think that's what they can do. And they've gotten by with that in the past, at their junior colleges and things like that. The MIAA is a much bigger step up than just going out and playing and using your God-given talent to do so. So, like I said, I just hope that they've been taking things from each game that they've played and understanding that they've got to come to practice and bring it, make each other better, and get prepared for the next battle.
And then finally, you have Fort Hays on Saturday to start the second half of the season. Is it easier or is it harder to game plan for a team that you've already played earlier in the season?
Obviously we have an idea of what they like to do. I think it's easier to get it across to the girls that, the concepts we're trying to get to them because they have seen them. They understand that the personnel, they've got to really get down and understand what each girl does and how to guard them. So everybody puts in different stuff the second round. People add offenses, they change up defense, they maybe add a press to their lineup, things like that. So, it's definitely not going to be the exact same team that you saw, and they mature. That's what I keep talking about. I hope our team has been doing throughout the last few weeks is maturing, win, lose, or draw. But, these teams are maturing and they're getting better, and we've got to understand that it's not going to be the exact same team we saw first game out. So we've got a lot of preparing to do, and it's a road game. It's a long road trip out there. So we're going to battle that. It'll be our first overnight trip, which we haven't had yet. So, there's definitely some different things coming along with this game, but we'll have to just, go up against it and see how we handle every obstacle that we come up.
All right, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thanks.